At the time, my marketing director was looking to connect us with the arts community. She's a big fan of the arts community. And as it turns out, she's a profound fan of opera art form. And at about the same time, as though it was destiny, we received a call from the Edmonton Opera. They had a gap in their wardrobe maintenance, and they were looking for a professional company that could come on board and help support, maintain, and preserve the extensive wardrobe that you have here at the Edmonton Opera. At the time, I had never been to an opera in my life. And my marketing director spoke to me as a business person and also leaned on me on my affinity to help out in the community. And she put those two together, did a fantastic sales speech, and before I knew it, I was at my first opera in 2000. I can speak firsthand about not knowing much about the opera before I got involved. And I have to tell you that I tread carefully when I first walked into the Jubilee Auditorium for my first opera, La Traviata, back in 2000. And I found myself looking at the subscripts, trying to view it as a movie. And it took me a while to warm up to the art form that I was watching and realizing it's not film, it's not movie, it is unique. It took me a while to realize that these performers are not mic'd. They are singing from their stomachs and carrying their voices in different tones and tenors throughout this auditorium. It's almost like a live surround sound. So for the young community that are looking to try something different that's on digital and made up, opera will be for you. If you have not experienced it or have wondered about it, it's for every age group, every culture. Most operas are not in English. It opens up your ears, it opens up your senses. You feel alive when you're at the opera because it is so natural. It is a visual and hearing feast for the senses, and I highly recommend that people try it. And if you haven't tried it or are unsure about trying it, truly you're missing out on something that'll be a great experience for you in your life. I think when you're looking at moving into a community or supporting a community, the more diversification, the better. I mean, Canada generally is a mosaic of different cultures which come with different art forms and different communities and different foods, and it's all part of the sensories that gets us excited about where we live. Without the arts here in Edmonton or in any community, I think we greatly diminish our quality of life and the appeal for people wanting to move here, work here, live here, have their families raised here. I think without arts you miss on culture, and without culture you miss on some civilization. And I think the community, the art community, play a very important role, and we're very happy to support it. A lot of operas are based on tragedies, and there's a lot of emotions and human lives that are depicted in opera. And the military really are in places in the world where you could write a lot of these operas. And I think that when you get the military community involved and in attendance to the opera, they can really relate to what's being played out on stage. And I think that's where there's an important fit. It's almost therapeutic for our military, and I think that it can bring the characters, and I think it can bring the performers to a higher level when they know that they actually have soldiers, people who have witnessed firsthand some of the tragedies of which they are performing and singing on stage.